But Kira, to answer your question, the reason why I put that in there is because subscriber versus follower. I feel like on this app and on this website, on this platform in general, this platform in general, people have the mindset and the viewpoint of subscriber and follower. It's very different. People look at followers as the wrong thing, and they look at subscribers as the wrong thing. Majority do. You have the streamers that want to, if you sub to me, I'm gonna sub to you. No. Well, hey, I feel bad for not subbing. Oh, there's a lot of different things that go into it when it comes to subbing. And I feel like when it comes to using a subscriber, when it comes to subscribing, right, you choose who you want to subscribe to because you want to either A, support them, or really you just enjoy their content. There should be no other strings attached. There shouldn't be. Like, Callie has been a tier 3 sub, Outsider, Legend, Kitsuragi are tier 3 subs in the channel because they want to, one, support me, but two, they like the content, they like being here, they're part of the community. That's not expected of them. That's not the reason why they're mods. Outsider, tier 3, that's because they chose to do that. It's not because you have to do that. But also, right, if a follower can be a subscriber, there's a lot of different ways you can support the stream and that streamer. There's a lot of ways you could do it for free. So when I look at a lot of things in this app, in this community, man, so many people are chasing for followers, and they're not really chasing anything for themselves. They're chasing the imposter syndrome. They want to be like their favorite streamer. So many people have decided that they want to stream because it looks easy. Oh, I watched so and so for years, I figured I'd give it a try. It's like nobody ever really, not many people I've asked that question to. Why'd you get into streaming? Why'd you get into streaming? Oh, because I saw so and so doing it, so I thought it would be cool to do. And it's like, really? You didn't want to do it because you found out like a niche or something that you wanted to do and this is your platform to do it? No, it looked easy and all my friends were doing it, so I decided to do it. And when I look back on it, it's just really interesting on how many people have different looks on it, but most of them are the wrong looks. So you demand subscribers, you want more followers, so then you get the followers, then you demand that those followers become subscribers because that's how they support you. And in reality, you could have 0 subscribers and still grow on Twitch. You really could. You could have zero subscribers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you're doing it because you're like, I game all the time. Why not, right? You're not coming into this with the MO of I want to be famous, I want followers, I want subscribers. And a lot of the people in the streaming community, that's what their mindset is. There's probably maybe 10% that are like, I just want to stream, man. I don't care. I want to game. I want to do my own thing. I want to play games, hang out with my homies, meet new people, etc., etc. But the other part of it is that they were influenced by the culture of streaming and thought that I could do this full time, so I want to do it. But in order to do that, I need followers, I need subscribers. And it's like, if you think about it, right? It's like, it's crazy because you're not looking at it from a standpoint of just connecting with people. And people think that I have to have the followers and I have to have the subs to be successful. I have to have notoriety by having these things in the streaming atmosphere. Why? Yes, you won't get looks from companies and all that other stuff, but if you had different projects in mind, you had different versions of content you wanted to create and things you really wanted to do with the plan, that's more important than followers and subs altogether. That's why I should go back to what you want to do as far as content you want to make and how you want to do things. If it takes off, then cool. If not, then cool. Yeah, right. Anime, gaming, editing, designing, content creation, streaming, and a writer. I try, man. I do what I can, bro. No, F that. I want all the follows and subs, because then why do it? I want to make dope lobbies and have squads to run always games. That's just me. You don't need followers or subs to do that though. Make the lobbies with your friends, make it into YouTube content and put it up on YouTube. Promote it on Instagram, promote it on Twitter, promote it on take clips of the fights that you guys have as friends and put them in shorts, and make sure you put yourself talking in the video promoting it. Be a promoter at that point. If you got the voice for it, you know somebody's got the voice for it, have them run the promo for you. You don't need followers or subs for that. That stuff's going to come. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But would you rather look back on it and say that, oh man, I had all the followers and the subs with nothing else? I'm shy, I don't like talking, and that's fine. That's cool. A lot of people don't like to talk. They like to rather just sit there and chill out and listen. But it can be done. And even running a tournament or whatever and stuff like that doesn't guarantee you clout at all. People can just show up for the tournament and leave. Trust me, I know, because I had Super Sunday going for almost a full year, nonstop. And people never showed up to stream, but they would show up for that day because they really enjoyed that day. And then there were those people that thought they could have it as an opportunity to come in and showcase who they were to get more people to come to their stream and their community. And it's like, no, this is not about who is the best streamer, who's the best gamer. It's about community, about coming together as one and having fun time and good time. So yeah, you have a the fighting game community, there's a lot of people out there that love fighting games. I really think that, you know, Guilty Gear, the Hunter x Hunter, you just playing Melty Blood earlier, you got a real good source. That's just switching the platform to me, but the point is to make a community. Just for me, no shade on what Hero is saying, just speaking for me, right? But that's what I'm saying, you can still build that community. You talk too much mess to be a good streamer. Have you noticed the top 10 streamers on Twitch, top Call of Duty streamers? I think you'd be just fine. Again, we're all diamonds in the rough. Everybody that creates content, that streams or whatever, they're a diamond in the rough. They just haven't been discovered yet. You haven't. Right now, Free Reign could go out tomorrow and make a fighting game a video with his community or with some of his homies, and it could take off over the next week. You never know though. But the main thing is that your focus should never be on subscribers or followers. You need to discover what it is that you want to do as a streamer and a content creator and why you're here, and focus only on that. Everything else will follow. The people that love what you're doing, that love your content, will sub to you. The people that love what you're doing, that love the content, that love the experience you provide for them, they will follow. They may eventually turn into a sub. We don't know everybody's financial situation. Exactly, right. So now when you stream, make sure you think about a dedicated moment in your stream that you could dedicate to content. Cut that up into content and then put it out there for the world to see. So you could put it's Freeze Fight Night Friday, whatever the case may be. That could be at the very beginning of the video. Freeze Fight Night Friday. Yo, what's going on, boy? What's going on? It's your boy Free Reign. I'm here. I was playing some fighting games with my homies, and I'm thinking I'm starting up a tournament. I'm starting up this, and this is what happened when we last played together. Boom, cut right into the gameplay, showing how live you guys are, because when you guys get going on fighting games, your energy is unmatched. It's unmatched, and you guys already have the chemistry of talking trash to one another. It's competitive, it's fun, it's friendly, right? So then at that point, when that's said and done, people will see the vibe right then and there. You set up yourself and introduce who you were, right? Then you do the other where you show them what it's all about, and then you say, yeah, come by the channel on Friday night, 7 p.m. Be there, be square. Come run the fade. Come catch these hands. And end it at that. You may get some of the best people to show up. You may get some of the weakest people to show up, but then you're starting to build a community. Instagram and Twitter won't really work. They won't really work for you until you start putting money into promoting it, or unless you start reaching out to other people and for collaborations, bigger streamers that may mesh well with your community. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. Don't just mix and match with anybody because they have the following that you want. They may not mesh with you. You may not mesh with them. Trust and believe. There's a lot of people that came here like, oh, I like this environment. I like this guy. And then they come in here and they start getting on some BS, or they try to manipulate and gaslight and all that stuff. And then they realize, wait a minute, I can't just show up and be a part of the group and get all the followers and everybody to come see my stream. No, we're not about that over here. We're about a community. You put in a time here and then people will put the time back into you. And if you don't do it, then stop showing up expecting it because of who you are, because of what you want. That's not how things work. Trust me, I know. I've had to put in a lot of time with a lot of people. That's why majority of y'all are streamers. Well, Free, you're not really around often because you're a busy guy and you're trying to connect with a lot of people. You have your streams of where you want to go, but there's a few people here. There's a few people here that love fighting games a lot more than me. That I think would be really cool for you to meet and see if y'all mesh with the communities. Like the fact that you came in and you and Kisaragi have an affinity for like Dark Souls and Bloodborne. That's putting in the time though. You know, there's a lot more people in the communities out there for you to explore to find your following too. But it's not going to be a massive following. It may be 2 or 3 people, but that's better than, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the best at all, but I really like Tekken. Tekken's a lot of fun. I didn't think I was gonna like 3D arena fighters, but my favorite one to this day is Dead or Alive. Number one, my number one 3D arena fighting game is Dead or Alive. Then it goes Soul Calibur. Those are my top two for 3D arena fighters. When I played a lot of them growing up. Soul Calibur holds a dear spot in my heart because that was the last game that me and my mother played together before she passed away. She passed away almost a few years later, but we were at an arcade together and she actually beat me too, so I never got my rematch. But that's okay though, because she thinks that I told her I let her win. But she gave me the business. I just remember when I started Hero and it was such a struggle, bro. And so when I hear people hungry for the numbers, I get it, you know. Of course. So free. I started out streaming Call of Duty. Which is the most saturated FPS shooter on this platform. Most of the time when I streamed to 0 people, to myself or to the bots or to the people I beat in the game that were coming into my stream and calling me N-word this, N-word that, making up racist names, following my channel with one hero gets killed, one hero's gonna get hung, all of that type of stuff, right? So I get it at the beginning when it's a struggle, but struggling to get where you want to go is a lot different than dealing with the struggle of everything else. But it's also about being smart, right? If you want growth, then don't play the games that are going to be super saturated. If you're going to do that, the best thing you could do, 100%, the best thing you could do if you're going to play a super saturated game is to make content off platform and hope that it finds the right person, the right eyes, the right set of people to bring those people in. Because just hitting the live button and streaming, there's about 40,000 channels streaming Call of Duty. There's about 10,000 channels streaming Final Fantasy 14. There's thousands of people out there playing your favorite games too. And I know it's old. I know you've seen it from the, hey man, want to learn how to grow your stream? Yeah, well, hit the like and subscribe button over here on YouTube and I'll show you how to do it the right way. Yeah, so look, here's what you do. When you're gonna play those high populated games, you're gonna fail. You're not gonna get the best followers you want. You wanna know why? Because everybody and their mother's playing it well. Like, nobody got time for that. We all know that, we get it. Some people play those games because they love to play those games. The best thing you could do, no BS, is to create content off platform and hope that it grows. That's all you can do. Don't go into a streaming thinking you're gonna hit Nick Merck's numbers. Nick Merckx was a freaking Gears of War competitor, right? And then he brought that professionalism into streaming and his following fell. Somebody that you want to talk about is Mr. Grimm. Mr. Grimm was a guy that played PUBG. He was not known. He was putting out content showing his amazing snipes and how well he was doing in a game that was hard for a lot of people. What happens when you showcase that you're skilled? Here's something right here, right? So you might want to start out playing something of a game and you know that it's saturated as far as the people that are playing it and streaming it. True, I get that. But what about you showcasing your skill and putting it out there with your personality? If you got skill and personality, you are a walking deadly combination. If you got the skill, you're gonna have to be really, really skilled and showcase a lot more of that than not. But if you got the skill and the personality and you're able to present it, you'd be surprised how far you could go. Your presentation makes it look like you're a professional. You're just undiscovered. Your skill puts you at the top of at the middle of the list, if not at the top of the list with some of the best out there anyway. You just don't have the recognition or the eyes on you. And you're putting the content out there with something that is massively seen. I know people right now that aren't the best at Call of Duty that are growing their YouTube channels because they're putting out constant Call of Duty stuff. If I were to go back now and play only Call of Duty and Apex, I could increase my channel to 1,000 subscribers easily on YouTube because there's so many people playing it and I'm actually pretty good at the game. So there's a lot more people out there that aren't as good at the game as me, but there's people out there that are better than me. So yeah, you want to see high level stuff, you're gonna go watch Shroud. I don't need to prove that I'm the best shooter. Shroud's already the best shooter. He's better than me. But would I not put my content out there because he and millions of others are better than me? No. There's always going to be somebody out there looking for somebody to connect with. I put out Destiny 2 content and I have people come in there saying, oh, you're such a noob, or oh, that was beginner D1 stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I just started playing D2. I never got a chance to play D1. Oh, so I didn't experience what you're talking about right now. Oh, well, that's good that you got to experience that, man. My bad. When I put out, hey, I'm enjoying Apex right now, more people than not said, I don't have anybody to play with. I can't really find out how to play the game. Or they had their gripes with the game, which is why they stopped playing it. So it's not about just streaming. If you really want to grow that community, you really want to grow that following to where you can do those tournaments, host your own convention, you got to put content outside of just Twitch. You can't just stream every day and think it's going to happen. It's not. Twitch is not the way. Twitch is not going to help you. And I know you've heard that from outside of places than here. People want to just be a streamer and they want to stream. That's cool. You have all right to. There's nothing wrong with just wanting to be a streamer. But when you say to yourself at the end of the day, after you end that stream, I want a decent following where I don't have to worry about not having to worry about who I'm going to play with, or I want a decent community where when I pop open a tournament or a game, we can play it and have a good time and have fun. Then you got to do a little bit more than just stream. You have to. You're literally doing nothing for yourself then at that point if you're not willing to embark on the journey of creating more content. Okay, so in my opinion, what a lot of people don't realize is that working with your friends or your fellow creators is the best way to make this work. If you all are making mistakes on your own, then that slows down the process. If you work with your friends that are making the same or different mistakes, then you can share and learn from each other. That, you know, that's one of the things Legend go crazy when he first came into this. He said, Hero, why don't people want to collaborate with you? I said, to be honest with you, because the mentality mindset in streaming is I got to do it myself, or I'm going to click up with these people that are my favorites. I hate to say it, I've been there. Some of the people that were my favorites weren't really special, weren't really specific in my own personal growth as a person, but also as a content creator. So yes, you may click up with the people, but that's you being inside your safety box, your safety zone. Some people are afraid to put themselves amongst somebody that's a giant. Like I told Red last night, and a lot of times, more often than not, I had to find myself being the bigger person more often than not. So what that means is somebody's grandma once told them, if you find yourself happen to be the bigger person, that means you're around too many small people. So my thing in counteract to that, because I don't like how that sounds, my thing is if your dreams and goals don't scare you, they aren't big enough. Yeah, that's another thing that bothers me, is that so many people are afraid. Look, if somebody with 10,000 followers and 1,000 viewers came into this stream today and said, I really like your vibe, I really like your content, I really like your content, let's work. I'm not gonna be like, well, he's got more followers than me and he thinks he's all that and bag of chips. I'm not doing it, no way, no how, sir. I'm not a cheap floozy. I'm like, bro, let's run it. Let's work. There are streamers out there doing better than me that don't recognize me as a content creator. They know me as just a follower in their community. That's perfectly fine. But if they reached out to me one day and said, hey, Hero, I noticed you, I'm sorry I didn't, or whatever, let's work, let's work. The problem is that I've dealt with, even with Super Dope Duper, people want to joke about it, talk trash about it, whatever. It's not going to be 100. So no thanks. No, I'm one hero. You are you. We're working together. We're creating. My status does not matter because I'm here working with you. I don't know. Yeah. No one makes it on their own. No one does. You think about any superhero movie, they always had an ally that helped them out. Goku has people that help him out. All Might had to have help. Some of your favorite anime characters that are more powerful than all of us, man, you'd be surprised. But the thing is that I wouldn't have had Demon Slayer content and known how to do stuff if Guru didn't step in and say, I want to challenge you, Hero. I thought you were trying to get the hands. That was one of my favorite times. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. When Red was like, Red, we had Warzone Wednesday. We were doing that. People hated on that. People were mad about it. Oh, it's not going to take off. I wouldn't care if there was 3 people there. We were creating content. It's not even about them being corny, man. Like the Twitch environment and streaming in general is hilarious because the people at the top work together. The people in the middle, they're trying to figure it out, and the people at the bottom are like, nope, it's all me, baby, by myself. I need all the viewers, I need all the followers, I need all the clout for me. And if you come in here trying to work with me, that means you taking it, bro. I don't want you here. I don't want to collab with you. I want my own brand. I want my own name. I want my own thing. I. That's the person you want to follow? Again, I've done so much trying to showcase that if I can do it, you can do it too, right? And all I want is for people to understand that yes, you can start the motion, but then it comes to a point where you can upgrade, you can evolve, you can do more. But be aware of what you're surrounding yourself with. If you really want to make that push, why not surround yourself with somebody that's already doing it or that's on the road to doing it? I don't get it. I don't get it. That whole thing about I gotta be with my friends, I gotta be with my homies, I understand that, but what are they doing to help you get better? What are they doing to help themselves get better? What are they doing to progress? What are friends really supposed to be for? What are they supposed to be for? If you look back and the same friends you've had in your circle are having you do the same things a year from now, that's not a friend, bro. A friend is the person that's gonna look you in your face and say you're effing up. What you gonna do about it? Because I'm not about to stand around here and watch you do it, and I'm not about to be effing up right along with you. We need to make this work, make something happen, Captain. If you fall in love with somebody and they don't aspire for you to be better and they don't aspire for themselves to be better, drop it. It's not happiness at all. It's not even peace at that point. Hate me for that one. I don't care. But I'm no. Life is too short. Life is too short to invest your time into a comfort zone. That's the God's honest truth. Too many people are comfortable with the comfort zone. Oh, here's another one. I can't swear or curse or say N-word this and whatever that in Hero Stream. That's not a place for me. But are you gonna grow? Will you have a question? Will I not be there? Do you not have a community here that will give you answers that will help you out? Do you not want to hear the truth that yeah, you're effing up, yeah, you're being a little selfish, yeah, you're being entitled? Do you not care that I'm okay with accepting my mistakes and my fault and what I do too? I'm not perfect. I don't care that people will look up here and say he's on his high horse, he's on the pedestal. No, I'm not. Just because I can speak the truth about me and what's going on with you does not make me better than you. I'm just trying to be real with you. The word friend is weird to me. If it was up to my friends, I'd be streaming to a wall, but all the people on Twitch I met, my guy, it's crazy. Yeah, and be mindful on those people that you surround yourself with and connect with as well, because not everybody again is gonna help you grow. I think I need to learn to talk out loud to myself. That probably would help me. That probably help what rare streams I do. I am so used to rarely speaking IRL that it's hard to remember to speak in stream. I do the same thing. Right, Joe. So one of the things that I've done, right, it's interesting because I talk a lot in my job in general because I talk to people, but I speak amongst myself and I speak my thoughts out aloud too, and it helps. It helped me when I was writing my stories. It helps me in general, but I also do it when I'm playing a video game. I'm narrating stuff, I'm talking out loud. Yeah. So if you want to do it in the confines of something at home where you're more comfortable trying to experiment, play a game or find a game that has a lot of reading or like a lot of subtitles or whatever, and read them out loud as you're playing the game. You never know, right? Something that you can narrate. I was telling somebody that once, you're playing a raid on a very intense MMO game right now. One of the best things you could do right now is narrate in your mind what you're doing. Same thing with a Call of Duty player, right? If you're watching a person that knows how to win at the game and they narrate how they're doing it, what their mind and thought processes are, you'd be surprised. That's the same thing on how they're watching people that are playing now. What's this guy gonna do? He's either gonna go left or go right. Okay, look guys, I'm pinned down right now behind the wall and I don't know what to do. I know that there's two guys on my left, there's a team on my right, and there's a sniper up in the hills and I can see his glint every time I pick up. I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I need to rethink that. Yes, the biggest thing you could ever do is break out of your comfort zone. And if you stream and you steady stream within your comfort zone, you are doing it wrong. Because you should always push yourself for growth. You should always push yourself to do a little bit better than before. And I know it may be hard. I know it's not easy. I know it's easier said than done. But there are ways out there to do it. You could like listening to streams like now, you're talking, you just thought about that thought to yourself. Who knows if that would have happened? I'm not taking credit for it, but you being here right now is what processed that thought. And I offered up what I think would be cool for something you to do. You take that for a grain of salt for whatever you will. You could even do video journals. Open your phone up and record yourself talking to yourself about your thoughts and how you feel for the day. That could be something you can do. Morning thoughts with Raijo, just you. Real intimate, real personable, but it's something that can start. And then you share them with Will. Then you share them with another friend and another friend and another friend. And then eventually, yeah, I know. There was this guy in my community and he was having problems, but I'm not as nice as Hero. Sometimes you got to just tell people maybe that ain't for you. Like you were saying, don't do this just because my friends are doing it. Don't mean let me follow. Yeah. Yep. But you know what's crazy about that, Free, is that I am nice, but I also try to speak the truth as well. But when I speak the truth is when I'm labeled as the bad guy. Go and ask some of the people that you may know that don't like me, and they'll tell you it's because of their vision, their thought of me versus my vision and thought of them. But I've never not spoken the truth. That's probably been my biggest thing that I've gotten into it with most people about. I don't like your stance on lurking. I understand that. What's your stance? Here's my stance. Great. So you're gonna change yours? No. Well, then I'm not following you anymore. I can't rock with you. Peace. There's a door. There's a door. Sorry it didn't work out. You know? What am I supposed to do? Like, when you start speaking your truth and you stand your ground and you prove your individuality, people don't like that. And the right people will understand and respect that. I've had more people say, dude, I like the fact that you're blunt. That's why I gave up on streaming, because it's not for me. Right. That's the other thing, Young. I wish more people would be more self-aware that it's not about just hitting that live button, bro. It really isn't. If I emphasize on if, please hear me say if you want to grow it, if you want it to be a thing. Yeah, they lost the romanticized version. Yep. I was a glittering, sparkling Edward vampire. And then I was like, this is what you want, Bella? Is this what you want? I'm a monster. I'm a killer. I'm fast. I'm a demon. I'm a beast. I am undead. You know what I'm saying? Like, then all of a sudden it's like, that's not what I said. All I said was I don't agree with that. And here's my stance. Well, that's not what you're supposed to say. What was I supposed to say? You tell me. How's my Twilight impression, by the way? Was it good? I tried to throw attorney and it didn't work. And that's what led me to Twitch. Sometimes you got to find sometimes you got to find your own way instead of walking the steps of someone. Yeah. Right, podcasting is my path, streaming wasn't. I've been saying that for so long, bro. There's people, look, right? So Free can draw. Free Reign can draw, right? He's doing streaming because he loves fighting games. If fighting games don't work, Free could potentially start designing stuff for fighting game community stuff. He can go buy old game pads and start drawing and designing them. Fighting pads, right? Now he's doing designing stuff. Now he's doing designing and drawing. Or he could design his own clothing line. Or he could design a fighting game community clothing line. But do you want to really just focus on, I want to stream and make a community. 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 And you keep denying what you're truly for. I worked in retail for so long. So many people have been amongst me that have full-on degrees in human resources or human resource management, right? But their heart lies within art. Their heart lies within storytelling. Their heart lies within cooking, but they don't pursue it because their mind is so set on the American dream of I have to work and provide. I have to work and provide. Oh, I have a family now. I made them. I can't do this. And it's like, no, man, you can always make time. It's never too late. But also don't shoehorn yourself into a box. I had an old manager tell me, well, what do you identify as? He wanted to see if I was going to put myself in the box. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to put myself in the box. He said, why? And I said, because I'm one hero. But what does that mean? I'm one hero. I'm a hero of many things. He said, that's what I needed to hear you say. Just saying you're one hero is not enough. What are you the hero of? I'm the hero of many things. That's why I say be versatile in the content that you put out and what you do. And if you feel like you are a one-trick pony, you owe it to yourself to fully see what you're capable of. If you feel like streaming is what you gotta do, then you need to go plus ultra and go beyond and fully go into it and lean into it. Off topic, you should ask Raijo about the hobo stew she made for us tonight. Why would I want to ask about that when I'm hungry? But yeah, man, I don't know. I've been talking for a while, well over 40 minutes about a lot of different stuff. I didn't even get a chance to really talk about the true topic, but I'm glad the conversation came up. I'll look over it. I don't know if it'll be a video or not, but I might throw it up anyway. I'll probably edit it and throw it up anyway. I think it was a pretty good conversation. That way, people that are drawing or doing whatever, they can turn it on like a podcast and let it play in the background. Shim, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the team. I hope you're doing well.